Yes. Welcome back to another City Extra video. I keep saying this as we do videos. We don't even do videos anymore. Stop teasing us with your videos. Welcome back to another stream. This time we're going to talk about Maximo, it's Maximo, isn't it, actually? Maximo Perrone. It's one of the two. Maximo Perrone. And not the beer kind. It's a youngster that we're going to sign. Is he young? Yeah. I feel like he's young.
He's young. Yeah.
And yeah, he's going straight into the team. Pep's desperate to get this guy in.
Yeah. This is what we're hearing, guys. Maximo Perrone will be signed, and by all accounts, he's going to be signed this season. But he's just going to join us after the under 20s sub. It's got a fucking weird name. I'm just call it the South American under 20s trophy, yeah, because I can't remember what it's fucking called. But basically, he's going to join us after that. So I think what's going to happen is, I think the deal, this is how I understand it to be done. I think the deal is going to be done this month, but then he'll join us after the South American under 20s trophy.
So in theory, City will have to register him this month.
Yeah, like we are making a signing this month. And by all accounts, people are saying he's going into the first team. He's not like a CFG.
Yeah, he's not a CFG guy. Yeah, it's pretty mad that. So it'd be full send. It'd be just full send him into the team, even though he's not even in the team. If he's playing for someone else. Because that's one thing that I was thinking about, whether we'd be able to register him or not after he gets here. But it's clear City want him. There's been a bit up and down with the deal. Seeing as though we thought it was done, like it was one of them ones where we just thought, yeah, this is a done deal now, like. And it's just we're waiting on a City announcement, but then there's like new news about like them trying to rework the deal in a different way. So clearly it's not as it's close. It's just not as complete as we thought it'd be. It's still something that I do expect to get done though.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it should be going. It should be going through. I mean, we've had quite a lot of people say what's going on. I mean, we'll go through all the quotes in just a second. Before we do, as always, make sure you drop a like on the stream, guys. We're 20 likes away from 100 likes. Get those likes up, man. Big up to everyone who's already smashed the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. And, of course, big up to the guys at Manscaped for sponsoring today's stream. Remember, guys, always getting that 20% off and free shipping discount if you use code XTRA20 at checkout, guys. So make sure you're using that code when you're buying every single product on the website.
Every single one.
Yeah.
What a basket.
Yeah, we've got some stuff coming out then. So it's quite interesting actually, because there's quite a lot of stuff that could come out, and it's quite public. Like even the transfer fee and stuff like that, it's all quite public. It's really quite interesting. So first of all, Pep wants Perrone at Man City now. Guardiola called Perrone 3 times, said the president of Velez, who obviously that's the team that he plays for. He's called Sergio Rapisada. About Maximo Perrone. So Pep's rang this guy 3 times. That's pretty wild. They said this: Are you going to Manchester? Its clause is 8 million. So he has an £8 million release clause. City offered once, but did not seduce us. So whatever that means. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Velez, right, and this might confuse some people, so bear with us. Velez want Manchester City to pay more than the release clause. And even I at first was like, what the fuck? Why would we do that?
Yeah.
But the reason that they're offering us asking us to pay more is because then they'll say to City, give us more money, but you can pay it over a certain amount of time rather than just like 8 million, like one up. Like it seems to me that Velez, if City activate the 8 million release clause, they want it in full. But City could pay more than the 8 million. I don't think it'd be much more, maybe 10, 12, but then spread it over a period of time, which by all accounts is better for the accounting shit because it's spread across more time.
Yeah.
Or some stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's not just like one big. It's not just one big amount coming out. Then it's like an 8 million fee coming straight out. I get it. I get why they're doing it. I see Zohe there saying it's a release clause. Why is City willing to pay more? But I get it because it means that we can pay less off at once, just more regular, rather than paying just a one-time upfront standard fee of £8 million, which in the long run, I guess, could save City, not save City a bit of money, obviously, in the whole deal, but I mean, like, at this current time, we don't have to obviously spend as much. Now, you'd be thinking, what do you mean? City have got the money, why don't we just spend it and just pay the £8 million and get done with? Well, that's probably something that City are weighing up at this moment in time. They're probably thinking, should we do this, or should we pay more? But Yeah, Kipax. It's basically Klarna. It's basically that's what it is. We're getting Maximo Perrone on Klarna potentially. But either way, it's positive signs towards him joining City. There was a few rumours about him going different places. I seen one about Newcastle, like just some random thing about
Newcastle wanted him.
Yeah, they were interested in, but seems like he wants to come. And obviously with Pep calling him 3 times, that's massive. That, and I can't remember the last play that he's done that before, but I can't remember who it was.
He did it with Gabby as well.
Gabby, yeah, it was Gabby, wasn't it? Yeah.
He rang Gabby.
Yeah, so it's clear that he wants him, and clearly he sees a future for the guy at City. And obviously it is a risk when you're signing players like this. But Pep and City scouts feel like he's good enough to come straight into the first team, or we'd be looking at loaning him out. I mean, it's not like a Sergio Gomez situation. From the off, we knew he was. Yeah. From the off, we knew there was a chance of him being loaned out. With Perrone, it's like nah. This guy's coming straight in.
Yeah, no, for sure. This Rapisada, by the way, as well, who's the sporting director at Velez, also said this. The boy wants to leave. Javier Mascherano also persuaded him. He doesn't like that Mascherano persuaded him, but Javier Mascherano has apparently been involved in this deal because he's the under-20 Argentina coach. So apparently, yeah. So apparently, like this is the situation. So yeah, I mean, it looks like this deal is going to get done. It's just a case of what are City going to do? Are they going to spread the payments, Klarna FC it, or are they just going to hit it up with a 8 million? And it seems to me like City would I mean, it seems to me that City would want to pay a little bit more and spread the payments. Otherwise, they would have just paid the 8 million already. So it seems to me that they probably will end up paying more than 8 million euros as well, apparently, which is, nothing money in football these days, is it? That's what, like 5 million quid? So say you double it, bro. Say you double that to spread it over a couple of years. I mean, 10 million quid for a player these days, that's nothing. And so long as he doesn't flop, then it's bargain. You just the thing is, as I've mentioned before, with these South American players, you don't fully know like what you're getting, and
you don't know what you're gonna get, and it is a gamble. But obviously, with Javier Mascherano being involved, I've seen that. I've got it here actually. Pep contacted Mascherano, so he actually spoke to Mascherano as well. So not only has he rang Maximo Perrone to try and get him to come like a few times, rang him a couple of times. He's actually spoke to Javier Mascherano about it as well. So it's clear that Pep sees this kid as like one of the next best things and wants him at City rapid. He's contacting all the Donnies to try and find out more information about him, and contacting the actual Donnies to try and get him to come to City. It is crazy. It is crazy because it is. The only weird thing is, right, we got the here we go from Fabrizio on the December the 31st on this deal. And I remember when it was all popping off, that, because I remember everyone in the chat, and I think you did a solo stream on the day when it happened. And since then, it's kind of just gone quiet. That's why we was of the impression that, it's just a done deal and City just haven't announced it.
I think they're just negotiating.
But I think it is basically done with City. It's just, how are we going to pay the release clause? I don't think there's a chance of someone coming swooping and stealing it in, or stealing him away from us. I feel like it's just whether we, like say, whether we Klarna it or whether we pay it up front. But clearly, City are looking more towards the Klarna option because it'd already be done.
Yeah, no, I think that's the case now. Quite interesting. I'm just scrolling through on Twitter, seeing what people are saying. There's an account, I've never seen this account, by the way, called Non-W Thing, right? Whatever the fuck that means. They've got 70,000 followers, and they write about football and shit on like a Substack. So to get 70,000 followers writing about football, like you got to have some serious sort of shit. And they've said Perrone is Gundogan. In fact, I'll say the exact word. Perrone is Gundogan profile to profile, like basically saying there's a carbon copy of Ilkay Gundogan, who we all expect to leave in the summer, given that he's out of contract. So it seems like City have looked at this Perrone fella and gone, he's our Gundogan replacement. Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty mad. So like basically you're looking at a situation going into the summer that potentially he's our Gundogan replacement that will start embedded into the team from February onwards. which I like. I like that idea as well. It gives us another option in midfield with Gundogan and Bernardo Silva not being able to hold down that spot. And I guess Jude is our Bernardo replacement.
Yeah.
That's basically the way that it's going, because I'm not sure how much money we'll get for Bernardo, but he's another one that we all expect to be leaving in the summer. I'm not sure what price we'll end up letting him leave for, but you'd imagine it'd all go towards Jude Bellingham, if we do get Jude Bellingham, that is. But at least this guy's in there, and by the time that we come to the Jude Bellingham sign, if we don't get Jude Bellingham, we know that we might have already seen Perrone in and around the team by then. If he's coming straight into the first team, he's got, like, do you know what I mean? He's got 3 months with City, with the first team before the season ends, before the transfer window starts. So we might actually look at it and be like, this Perrone is sick. Do you know what I mean? And just be like, he's defo it, and then there's a bit less stress on the Jude Bellingham situation. Obviously, the Jude Bellingham is a high-profile signing that we all want, but if this guy can come in and smash it, it is a bit less pressure on that.
Yeah. No,
I do still think if Bernardo and Gundo go, we get Perrone in and we don't get Jude, I do think we'll need another midfielder in somewhere, regardless.
No, I agree. Con Robbo says, paying over the clause, maybe it's time to get him now. Well, I think that's what City are doing, bro. I think City want him now. That's
the situation.
Hence the title, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pep Guardiola wants him at the football club now. And I think one of the reasons he wants him at now is because Ilkay Gundogan and Bernardo just aren't having good seasons. They're both having very standard average seasons, like average performances. So I think he's just thinking to himself, get him in now. It stops anyone else hijacking the deal. Gets it. It's a cheap deal. And if he believes the player's good enough, you know, he's got a pretty decent hit record. You know what I mean? If you look at the players that have come into our first team from South America, you've obviously got Gabby and Alvarez. You look at some other ones, but they never went into the first team. Look at Kaiki, for example. He was in the academy. So if you actually look at the players that City have got from South America who've got into the first team, we've got a pretty good record at this moment in time. So, you know, there's no reason to doubt that Perrone won't be. By the way, guys, remember, this Saturday, we're going to be watching Perrone. We're doing a live watch along at 7 p.m. UK time. Argentina under 20s play Paraguay. So we're going to do a live watch along of that to get a little bit of a scouting session done on Perrone. So hopefully you guys can join us, because I'm looking forward to that, bro.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he plays in that. Obviously, I've never seen the guy play before. He was relatively unknown. But that's what City do. They just go get these guys and you're like, who's this? And sometimes they can work. Like I say, it's a gamble getting them in the team and seeing what they could do. But our track record of the ones that have got into the first team so far is quite good. So I back it. I back the judgment of the staff at City.
Yeah, no, for sure. Got loads of more stuff to go through on this Perrone deal, guys. I've got loads more comments coming out as well. We'll re-up the Perrone comments from Fabrizio Romano. Before we do, big shout out to the guys at Manscaped. You know what time it is. Get your vegetables out, guys. Get it spam on.
85% of partners prefer a man who is groomed below the waist, and 96% of partners think bad grooming is a major turn-off. That's where Manscaped have come in to help us all out, including myself, lads. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a trimmer specifically designed with our crown jewels in mind. It has skin-safe technology to reduce those nicks and cuts and gives you the maximum confidence while trimming below the waist. It's also IPX7 waterproof rated, so you can operate in wet or dry conditions. It has a premium 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology and a massive 90-minute battery time, which is supported by its wireless electromagnetic charging function. With the Performance Package 4.0, you'll get the Crop Reviver with witch hazel and powerful odor defense. This keeps your balls protected after a good shave. Crop Preserver with its soothing aloe vera and advanced quick absorbing cream, keeping your balls feeling fresh and hydrated. And the Weed Whacker to trim ear and nose hair. The Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep you the most groomed man in the room. Use our code XTRA20 XTRA20 at checkout and you'll save yourself 20% off your order and receive free international shipping.
Yes, go check out Manscaped. Use code X20 for 20% off and free international shipping. Go put everything in the basket. Absolutely everything. Buy all the products. Support me and LB. And also get yourself a sick shaver, mate.
Yeah, man. So I want to carry on with this Perrone chat. Have you ever heard of the CIES Football Advisory? You might have seen it. Like they're the people who say, "Oh, Phil Foden's now like the most expensive player." Like,
okay, yeah, I think I've seen CIES before, but
you definitely have, because City Extra tweeted him. Like, you see it all over Twitter and stuff. Like, they always come out with shit. Anyway, they've done as of the 13th of December 2022, so last month, just over a month ago. They released a top 10 most promising defensive playmakers, and Perrone is in that top 10.
Ooh.
And he's with players like Nico Gonzalez at Valencia. He's in with Pedri at Barcelona. So he's in with some good company.
That's pretty mad.
Yeah, he's in some good company there. You know, top 10 by the CIES Football Advisory last month. That's where he was. It's really, really interesting to see that sort of stuff. I've got a couple of comments here, actually. I've gone on a website called Breaking the Lines, and they've done like a scout report. I did do a scout report last time, but this is new. I've not seen this one before.
Okay.
He says this. He says, Maximo is effective when it comes to connecting defence to attack, which actually is quite funny, because that's what we fucking desperately need right now.
We're lacking that heavy.
Exactly. He says he has great combination play and is the perfect player for teams looking to patiently build up. His good short passing allows him to play dynamically and look for different channels to play into. He completed 614 accurate passes and an assured rate of 88% in his breakout season. He says Perrone understands his teammates' movements very well, which is vital in deciding his next action with the ball. The capacity to break defensive lines he also possesses is invaluable. He does not get many goals or assists to show for his dominance on the ball, but he is the type of player that you don't notice him, the better game he's having. Maximo is a multifaceted player, having played many positions at the youth level, such as attacking mid, winger, and even as a striker. This is all down to some mad word of his skill set and to adapt to different systems and game models. Nowadays, he plays mostly as a central midfielder and in the demanding box-to-box role from time to time. In order to keep a balance in the team, he has the stamina to cover a lot of ground on the pitch. His range of passing is also very vast.
Bro, I don't know, right? Like, chat, listening to what LB just said there. Is anyone getting gassed for this guy? Like, bro, the way you're speaking there, you're getting me gassed. He sounds like he'd fit into his team. Easy. Light work.
Mate, also, Maximo is a born leader, having been entrusted with the honour of captaining the most of the youth teams he's played on, the same role he's accomplished successfully for the under-16 and under-20 sides at national level. On occasion, he's even worn the armband for the first team. He's been compared with the Thiago Motta in terms of style and the way he carries himself. It's easy to see why with his leadership skills, and of course, he has a stellar left foot. We also need leaders.
Hey, it's goodness, you know. Hey, let him cook, yeah. Hey, you're getting me excited here, bro. You're getting me excited.
Fucking get rid of Bernardo Silva and Gundogan now, mate.
Yeah, fuck him off now. Let's just get this guy in, because end of the day, you know what I mean? You have got me gassed. You have actually got me proper gassed for him. Like, even though, like, you can't really expect too much from him when he comes in. But imagine he gets in here and absolutely smashes it. Sid's not says foot like a can of lager.
And there is some things that he needs to develop on, according to this guy. He says to develop his game even further, he still has to progress physically in terms of strength, and his position depends a lot on that aspect. In addition, he'll need to polish up on the consistency of his decision making. He tends to make simple and risky passes, making mistakes sometimes, which is expected as he's still young. Another would be the use of his weaker right foot, which would make his ball carrying and passing less predictable. And lastly, sometimes he's overly aggressive when defending, causing unnecessary fouls and getting booked for it. He received 9 yellow cards last season. I don't mind too much about that, because I say this all the time, but I'd rather someone have a little bit of grit and determination about them.
Get himself stuck in, innit?
Yeah, and I feel like it's a lot easier to tell someone to chill out a little bit rather than saying, you need to get stuck in, you know what I mean? So if you don't get stuck in, you don't get stuck in. It's very difficult to tell someone to get stuck in. If they don't want to get stuck in, and they won't. Yeah, but it's a lot easier to say to someone, chill out, mate. You know
yeah, because if they're quite reserved as it is, it'll be hard to change their mentality towards the game, innit? But if they do full send it. Kajiro says, give me that Fernandinho aggression. Yeah, that's what we need. ALX, so remember for 3 months. Yes, yes, ALX, gold badge and that. Opinions for the Spurs match. And do you think City should buy a winger / midfielder in January? Well, we've got one. The one that we're speaking about now in a midfielder. Winger, I don't see it happening, given that we're halfway through the month already. But yeah, I mean, if something popped off, then it would be pretty insane. It'd be nice. Anyway. Oh, have you heard about just on that? Have you heard about Raheem Sterling?
Oh yeah,
Chelsea looking to get rid already.
Well, rumours
that Chelsea looking to get rid already. Yeah, Hugh Murray in the chat says Sterling ? Well, if it came to it, would you take him back?
I'd have to have a serious think about it, man.
He's 10 mil cheaper. You know what I mean, they're 40 mil.
I'd have to say, I don't think it's an easy one. I've had to have a serious think about it. I'd have to look myself in the mirror.
Yeah, look, he's over the mirror and assess. Yeah. To be fair, because he did do a bit dirty when he went, didn't he? So, and whether you want him back or not, you know what I mean. Never go back to your ex, as they say. Even though I'm twerking for Leroy Sané. Alexander James at 179 says, "Hope we get him. He sounds like a great signing for us." Yeah, well, it's a here we go moment. So we are going to get him. It's just how we pay is basically what they're trying to figure out. And it has said that if City can't do a deal with paying it off, paying a bit more money and paying it off like in installments, a Klarna thing. City will just pay the 8 million. City will. They're happy to do that. City just want to do a little workaround to get it cheaper. Well, not but cheaper up front, basically.
That's it, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Alex says, "Hope we get him." Sounds like a great signing for us. Yeah, he's sick, mate. He looks sick anyway. So that's just it, man. Like I think obviously he's going to come in like sometime in February, probably towards the end of February. So he's not going to have too much time at the club this year, and I don't think you'll see him that much. I mean, might make a few substitute appearances. I guess I say that, but I mean, guess if he comes in and slams it in training, then maybe Pep will throw him in. Like, I don't know, man. It's just a weird one, isn't it? Because, like I say, these players, what you got to understand is they're a gamble. It's a £10 million gamble, which is ridiculous when you say like that. But in this day and age, with the prices of players, you can see why teams are taking gambles, because if they don't come off, all right, it's 10 million quid. Like, it is what it is. That's nothing really to club. But if it comes off,
look at the market.
Absolutely huge, man.
Look at the market in football nowadays. If something pays off, then you're in for cash. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's why sometimes it's worth making these risks. Do you know what I mean? You might lose 10 mil here or there every so often, but then there will be someone that comes in who'll make you that money back, kind of thing. That's why the CFG works. Because you get these players in, and most of the time they turn a profit. Sometimes you'll lose out on some players, but then you'll get someone else in who will make more of a profit. So it kind of just works. Hugh, it's the way that Brighton move as well. Brighton move the exact same way. They get the relatively unknown players, and they turn out to be beasts at Brighton. Do you know what I mean? And Brighton, the best thing about Brighton is they play nice football as well. So they're coming in and playing decent football. It's definitely exciting, this one. I like I say, I wouldn't expect too much from him from the off, because he's not going to come till February anyway. I wouldn't be putting too much pressure on him, thinking that he's going to come and set the world alight, but just let it be what it is. Like, if he comes in and absolutely smashes it and then starts getting some game time, then love it. If he doesn't, then you just got to give him time to get into it.
There's another account actually here called RD Football Scout on Twitter. This has got 30k. And they commented on a match that he played in back in August. He played against a team called CA Sarmiento. And he tweeted, these were his stats from the game. He had 100% long ball accuracy, 95% pass accuracy, completed 72 passes in the game, made 7 ball recoveries and got a goal. He says he's a wonderful talent who combines attacking intelligence and defensive commitment. The next big sailor, fellas.
Mad. Getting hyped up, innit? He's getting hyped up. So clearly, like, people have watched him and stuff like that, are saying like, "Look, he is it. Which I'm excited for. It's good that we get to see City moving for a player like this. I like how we sign these players, and like, it's frustrating at times when you look at Keiki and people are like, "Oh, I should have been in the first team," or you look at like Yan Kuto, "Oh, I should have made it to the first team." Like, but it's clear that there's a reason they didn't make it to the first team. The bar that's set like the standards of Manchester City that are set, it's very hard to break in. You've got to gain the trust of Pep.
The reason they didn't break into the first team because they weren't good enough.
That's what I mean. So like,
this is the situation.
It's up to the club and Pep to judge whether these players are good enough. Like us as fans, it's frustrating because we think, oh, it's exciting when you sign these players, but it doesn't always work out. And this might, I mean, there's always the case of this could be another one that just doesn't work out. But
correct.
But the other side of it is if it works out, it's mega. You just got a midfielder for £8 million or £10 million or whatever we end up paying. Yeah,
and the thing is, right, like the thing about the physicality, right, is that's I hear what people are saying about on the scout reports. When I read the scout reports, they say he's not the most like physically. When they say he's not physical, it's not that he doesn't get involved. It's like he's not like stocky. Ain't
it's a big bulky guy kind of thing. Like.
I mean, I think this day and age, we look at the way that we play. We look at the Premier League. I don't really think that's a thing that you can really say it. That's really an issue nowadays. Sometimes it can be, but I mean, so you look at how many players we get in the Premier League now who aren't like stocky big guys who still slam.
People said it about David Silva that he wouldn't make it in the Premier League because he's not. I mean, he's too light.
I think more the problem is if you don't get stuck in, and by all accounts, if anything, this guy gets stuck in too much. So I don't think it's going to be a problem. It's just going to be a case of is he actually good enough? They're hyping him up in this league, in the South American League. In the Argentinian league, he's already in the under-20s Argentina, like national team that they're playing on Saturday, which we're doing a live watch on for. So yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, I'm just now basically let's just watch him on Saturday night, 7 p.m. Clear the diaries, guys. You know what I mean? Let's watch a little bit of Argentinian football and see what the guy's saying.
Argentina football on the scene and see what Perrone is about. It's exciting times. It's really exciting times. I see a lot of people in the chat speak about Borges. I've seen Humuri as well saying Borges to Dortmund to smooth the Bellingham deal too. I mean, it's clear that Borges is going. It's unfortunate because I'd have really loved City to just try him out, but it became clear when we started playing like a few youth in some of the games, and Borges wasn't even involved or even on the bench. Do you remember that the Seville game when we had like loads of academy players on the bench, and Borges wasn't even there? It was just like, well, I don't get it. So it was clear that something's happened in the sense of his development. But I wish the best. Hopefully we get a buyback on him because he looks like he's going to turn out to be a monster. So hopefully we do get a buyback on him. And if he goes Dortmund, it might be something that sweetens a Jude Bellingham deal.
Yeah, that's it. Hamuro, I'm at a wedding but won't go because I'm scouting Perrone with LB and JP. That's the spirit.
That's the spirit. You know what I mean? You've got to commit. That's to the scouting.
I'm buzzing for it, me. I'm actually buzzing. Saturday's going to be a sick day watch man. We've got the Chelsea-Liverpool game in the morning, then we're going to watch like a 3 p.m, and then obviously we got this driller on at 7, man. So strap yourselves in. What we'll do, we'll post like a couple of ways that you can watch it because it's not on English TV. It's not on USA TV. So we'll do a community poll so you guys can get ready so you're not messing about.
Also,
I'm looking forward to it, man.
So Sunday we've got obviously the City match on Sunday, innit? But then what's straight after City? Is it Arsenal United after City, innit?
Arsenal United.
So that'll be another back-to-back, innit? We'll get like a poster out today for all the Xtra Club games that we're going to be doing and the extra watch-alongs that we're going to be doing. Benno with a 179 says rumours Sterling House has been done again. Once out. Yeah, that's the rumours anyway. How true or not it is because he is injured at the moment. It's not like he just can't get into the team. He's injured. And he was playing when he was there.
You know what? I'm going to have a think about this today. I think we should do a stream on this tonight, bro.
Yeah, that should be tonight's stream. That. Yeah, that's a good one, that.
Should Man City bring back
Sterling? Yeah. Re-sign Sterling. It's just a good conversation to have, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have a think about it.
Right-footed right winger. It's not going to happen, by the way. It's not going to happen, but it just... be interesting. It's definitely not going to happen because there was rumours about him falling out with people and stuff at the club. But
let's discuss it tonight, man. We'll have a sick conversation about it. But on the Perrone thing, guys, there you go. We've done 2 streams on it now. It appears that we're literally just waiting for City to pay the $8 million or agree a payment structure via Klarna to get this deal over the line. So let's just see. I mean, it looks promising, looks interesting. But we don't know. It's a gamble, so we'll see. Remember, we're doing the watch along on Saturday. Hopefully, you can join us for that. If not, then it is what it is. Perrone to Man City. Let's see what happens. Buzzing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
I'm excited, man. No, I'm excited. You got me gassed, bro. You've actually got me gassed.
I'm excited because I always get excited when we sign these type of players. I said it about the Alvarez thing. I was almost more excited for Alvarez than Haaland. And the reason I always say stuff like that is because you don't really know what you're getting. Everyone knew what was getting with Haaland.
It's the unknown, isn't it?
You don't know. With Gabby, when we signed Gabby, we didn't know. And obviously, if we get Perrone, we don't know what his ability is. He could come in and slam, you know what I mean?
It adds that extra level. That's what it is. Like Haaland, yeah, it's exciting to get Haaland and stuff like that. And but you know what to expect from the players. With these guys like Alvarez, Perrone, it's like it's mad, isn't it? Because you don't know what you're gonna get, so it's like a surprise. I mean, it's like a mystery box, isn't it? Like,
you'd also think, bro. I mean, I don't know if you can say this, but I think I can say it in the sense that, like, if he's playing for Argentina under 20s, like, surely you've got to be half decent. Surely, because they are a proper footballing country. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no average players in their team. Surely he's got to be half decent, man.
Yeah, you'd like to think so. Funny how he's called Perrone as well. I have to get on the Perrone in it when he scores. And open it too. Any news on Pedro Porro? No, the only thing that I've seen on Pedro Porro is that he's linked heavily with Spurs.
You know what, Dopa? I think it's a complete myth. I don't even think CFG ever owned this guy. I think it's like...
It's such a dodgy one, isn't it?
People are like, oh, Man City got a buyback on him. I don't think we do. I don't even think he was ever signed to Man City.
He never had a contract.
CFG. It's just a myth that someone started that everyone's just gone along with because, you know, you literally see absolutely nothing about this guy like related to City. People are saying we got buybacks. You hear nothing. If you have buybacks, it would be City going to buy him back and then sell him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just pure weird.
Because they're saying they want £40 million for him. So surely, if City had this £20 million buyback that people talk about, City'd re-sign him for the £20 million buyback and then sell him for £40 million. You could make an easy $20 million just like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make... I don't think it's real, mate. I think either we don't have a buyback at all, or it's one of them Joe first dibs things, not an actual buyback. It's just a first, basically you when a first refusal. So like if Tottenham offer 40 mil, they go to City first and say, do you want to match this?
Yeah.
Like yeah, I feel like that could be the only other thing that it could be. Like, but the only thing I've heard from him is that Spurs want him. Absolutely nothing to do with City. Mm-hmm. Lavia, do we have a buyback on Lavia? I think we do, don't we, for 40 mil?
We have a buyback on Lavia.
Isn't it crazy how Chelsea nearly bought Lavia for 50 mil at the end of the window, in the same window that he signed for Southampton? That's crazy, that.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? Right, well, there we go. Tonight, be there. The Raheem Sterling discussion. I never thought we'd do another stream on Raheem Sterling, but it's going to happen tonight. And we can also discuss, again, maybe some other wingers. But we will try and keep it strictly Sterling, but that will definitely not happen. We will end up speaking about other people. So, yeah, there we go. Buzzing. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed it. Perrone is going to be a City player at some point, we believe. But, yeah, we're going to be doing a live watch along again on Saturday for this guy. So make sure you join us for that. And I guess we'll see you tonight. Raheem Sterling, Triller. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
85% of partners prefer a man who is groomed below the waist, and 96% of partners think bad grooming is a major turn-off. That's where Manscaped have come in to help us all out, including myself, lads. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a trimmer specifically designed with our crown jewels in mind. It has skin-safe technology to reduce those nicks and cuts and gives you the maximum confidence while trimming below the waist. It's also IPX7 waterproof rated, so you can operate in wet or dry conditions. It has a premium 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology and a massive 90-minute battery time, which is supported by its wireless electromagnetic charging function. With the Performance Package 4.0, you'll get the Crop Reviver with witch hazel and powerful odor defense. This keeps your balls protected after a good shave. Crop Preserver with its soothing aloe vera and advanced quick absorbing cream, keeping your balls feeling fresh and hydrated. And the Weed Whacker to trim ear and nose hair. The Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep you the most groomed man in the room. Use our code XTRA20 XTRA20 at checkout and you'll save yourself 20% off your order and receive free international shipping.